The problem with side hustles and a lot of ways to make money online is that they're extremely saturated. Hundreds and thousands, even millions of people trying out the same thing means that the opportunity for you to make money is very minuscule. This is where I come in. I spend a lot of time on the internet, perhaps a bit too much time on the internet, trying to find unsaturated, untapped, and potentially weird side hustles. Don't worry, we're not going to be putting up my feed pictures. Maybe we are, who knows. If you're interested in making money online or finding ways to build your wealth, do not forget to subscribe and smash the like button. We do this every single week. We find new ways to make money online with the goal of always being honest. Enough talk. What is the first side hustle? The first side hustle is voice cloning and lending your voice to AI. I know what you're thinking. You don't want to do this. You don't want to lend AI your voice. And I have a solution for this, potentially. The site that a lot of people recommend and a lot of people make hundreds of dollars on is 11 Labs. 11 Labs is a company that does voice cloning, trains AI on your voice so that other companies making ads, making videos, making audio recordings can utilize your voice, and every time they do, you get some money for it. They already have a catalog for thousands of voices, but they need more to train their data, and companies need more to make ads, make videos, and make audio. The sign-up process is extremely easy. All you need is an email and bam, boom, you're ready to clone your voice. And this is where we're not gonna actually clone our voice. We're gonna utilize Fiverr and a voice professional and use their voice. Just because this is an experiment to show you if it works or not, if I do make any money voice cloning, I'm just gonna send the entire thing to the Fiverr freelancer and not make a single penny doing this. This way they'll be rewarded for their clone, and I'll also take the clone off after the experiment is done, just so that they're not concerned about having their voice clone on 11 Labs. You can delete your voice clone anytime you want. It's completely free and no one can stop you. You have the complete right to do that. With the ethical considerations out of the way, and I don't even know why I'm caring about ethics where nobody does, we're gonna use ChatGPT and ask it to give us a 2-minute script of being in nature in the mountains. We're gonna then give this script to our Fiverr freelancer and have them record a voiceover. Now it's giving me a script, a moment in the mountains, breathe in and listen. The air is crisp, cool, carrying the scent of pine and earth, blah, 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 blah. You have a full script that you're ready to send on to your freelancer. Here, I'm gonna copy the script and paste it in Google Docs so I can access it later when I'm actually ready to place an order. Now we're on Fiverr and we're gonna select the lowest budget possible, or $20, because that is all I can afford to spend at the moment. And you have tons of freelancers with solid reviews providing these services. I'm gonna target new sellers because I think they might be more enthusiastic about the project, and I'm gonna message a couple of these people. For example, T-Don has 6 5-star ratings. That is pretty good. I'm gonna shoot her a message. And similarly, I'm gonna message a couple other freelancers about our project. While this is brewing, because it might take a few hours to a day for freelancers to get back to me about the voiceover, I'm gonna jump into the second side hustle. The second side hustle is helping companies name products and their websites using Atom.com. Atom.com is a website where you can help companies name their products and websites. There's a lot of companies that sign up and need feedback as to what they should name their products, what they should name their website, because the name is absolutely essential and it helps them attract the right customers. This is extremely good if you're a creative person and you're able to come up with names, and if you're not, don't worry. If you're like me and not creative at all, you can use ChatGPT to give you some good names for the products that they want. The sign up process is extremely easy. You will need to select this Become a Creative button, and you'll need to give them some basic information about yourself. You'll need to have a company name and email. Once again, I recommend using a fake email because we don't know what these websites are doing with our information. I'll be completely honest with you. And mind you, you will also need to give them some information like street address, etc. So if you're not comfortable, give them a fake address that is relatively close to you or you can have access to. It doesn't matter. I'm not gonna give them a real address, and neither should you. That's just my personal opinion. Once you sign up, they tell you there's 2 main ways you can participate. There's A, selling domains. So if you have a website domain, you can sell it. And B, naming contests. And this is where we'll focus most of our attention. We will be participating in a lot of naming contests, and if we win those, we will be qualifying. And if we win, we will be getting paid real money. As you can see, there's already some naming contests. For example, this contest for name of a beauty or cosmetics brand that pays you $100. There's already 1,500 entries, but that doesn't matter. We'll look for another contest. We're probably too late for this one. We have this one for naming an educational business that already also has nearly 1,000 entries. The third contest is an electrician business naming, which I have no idea about. I'm not an electrician. Regardless, we'll try to wait for some more contests since I do believe that it's too late for all 3 of these. I'm gonna see what comes up in the next few days as we track the side hustle. The good part is all you need to do is submit a creative name. How hard could that be? While this is brewing and I wait for those contests that I'll definitely win, let's get into the third side hustle. The third side hustle is selling fonts. You heard that correct. We're gonna be selling beautiful, artistic fonts to people that need beautiful artistic fonts. Fonts grab attention. If you've seen a good ad with a good font, you probably remember it to this day. This is where we come in. We're gonna be supplying people fonts through this website, Monotype. We're gonna be opening what is called our own foundry. A foundry is a business that sells fonts. It comes from old times where people literally had to make fonts in steel and iron to display them as adverts and other signs, but it just stuck in the industry. You might be wondering, well, I don't know how to make a font. How am I even going to do this? The good thing is, I don't even know how to make a font, but we're gonna utilize the best website of all time, Fiverr.com, and utilize another freelancer to make a font for us that we can then sell on this website. Genius. I am getting ahead of myself though. First, we have to go and apply to the Foundry program to make an official account on monotype.com. They're gonna ask some basic information about yourself. They're gonna ask you to verify your email. Once again, use your fake email. Do not use your real email. That is my only advice and the best advice I can probably give you in this video. They're also going to ask you to set up an authenticator app. This is an app, for example, like Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, an app where you can scan a QR code and have a one-time passcode that you can then use to log in. Just go to Google Play Store or the App Store if you have an iPhone, search Authenticator app, search Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, and you'll be able to do the step quite easily. Once you're done giving them that code, you're officially going to set up your Foundry and agree to all the terms and services. Here, the most important step is having a brand and a Foundry name. I'm just gonna say Zero Fear because I say that for a lot of my other things, so why not for this? For the Foundry description, I'm just gonna say my Foundry is for creatives and intellectuals. It's for people who want to stand out and not fit into this world that has been created for us. They want to break through and be leaders and have zero fear. Get it? It's just a play on Zero Fear. I'm just gonna type something. The next step is adding a designer, and this will just be us because we're gonna be the ones that are uploading fonts onto this website. So I'm just gonna say I'm the designer, and we have to type a designer bio. Here, I'm gonna say I am bold and fearless. Those are two words that I would use to describe myself, and that I live by, of course. Just give them all the information they need, like good citizens, and then submit your Foundry application. Once this is submitted, they'll take a couple of days to process this, after which they'll get back to us and we'll find out if we've actually qualified for the Foundry. Our Foundry application has been submitted, and before we get on to the next two side hustles, our voiceover artist has actually gotten back, Julie, the best voiceover artist of all time, and I've already gone ahead and placed the order. So we're just gonna wait for Julie to give us the voiceover and then start making money on 11labs.ai. This is looking promising. We're getting a lot of traction on the first three side hustles, so we'll jump into the fourth one, which is standing in line for people. I know it sounds kind of weird, but people pay other people to stay in line at offices, restaurants, popular destinations if they don't want to spend a couple of hours waiting themselves. And this is where we'll come in. We'll be using TaskRabbit to accomplish this. TaskRabbit is a very popular website and application where users can sign up and get things done. If you need a bed assembled or a fridge repaired, any manual task that requires labor, you can get that done on TaskRabbit. Standing in line is classified as a personal assistant task, so we can sign up and provide it for clients. The sign-up process is extremely easy. We'll just select this category, personal assistant, and as you can see, people are making $24 per hour doing this. Not bad. We're gonna give them some basic information about ourselves and then continue the sign-up process on the actual application. They sent me a link to download the application, and I'm on the TaskRabbit app now, $20 an hour because this is low in my area and I want to price low. I want to get those initial orders. For skills and experience, I'll just say I am extremely patient and have extensive experience running any sorts of errands. My expertise primarily lies in standing in lines. Whether it's standing in line for that new donut shop or waiting until your reservation is confirmed at a new restaurant, I'm your guy. You'll also need to put up some pictures, so just select the picture in which you look the best, and for me that is this picture that I use literally everywhere, so I'm just going to select this. And set your availability. For me, I'm just going to say I'm available all the time because I want those initial orders. If I accept those later, that is up to me, but I want to be available, or at least I want to look available on TaskRabbit. The only step left is completing a background check, which is extremely standard for any sort of gig economy app. Uber, Lyft, DoorDash, TaskRabbit, you need to do a background check because they need to ensure that you're not some sort of criminal that will do bad things. The background check is complete and we're on to our last side hustle, which is probably the most weird and the most niche side hustle on this entire list. Being a friend or more accurately, being paid to be a friend. I'm talking about rentafriend.com, where you can literally get paid for hanging out with people. I was debating whether to include this or not, or to try this or not, because honestly, I don't want to, but since this is the most niche, the most unsaturated, and the most untapped, and people are legitimately making money doing this, I want to try it out just for this channel and just for you guys. So smash the like button and subscribe. I'm not sure if I'll be alive after I'm done with the side hustle, but at least I'll have more likes on this video. On that note, let's get the sign up process started. We're gonna select this become a member option and give them basic information about yourself. Once again, I'm gonna give them a fake email because I don't want Rent a Friend to have my real email. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I don't want this website to have my real email. I am Asian, I am athletic and muscular. I'm tall, my eye color is brown, and my gender is straight male. Who do we want to be friends with? Just kidding, I don't discriminate. I want to be friends with everybody that wants to be friends with me and will pay me, most importantly. You'll also need to select some of your interests. For example, if you like photography, music, teaching manners, I guess is an interest, which I do quite like, if I might add. I'm not going to select hiking for obvious reasons. I want this to be in the city, not some secluded area where bad things can happen. You also have to select what languages you speak, and more importantly, your fees. For me, I'm gonna price myself very low, $10 an hour, because I want to get those initial impressions and those initial friends. I don't think anybody's gonna pay for me if I price myself at $50 an hour. I am a very self-assured and confident young man, but I am also realistic. How would you describe yourself? This is probably the most important factor when it comes to setting up your profile, because this is what people will be reading. I'm just gonna say, I love meeting new people. Whether it's food, just hanging out, or going to an event, I think life is better spent with other people. I'm easygoing and love to crack a joke or two or three. I also put some other information about myself and made myself very inviting. I don't even know if that's the right word, but now we're ready to complete our profile. Before I forget, you will need to put at least 3 pictures, and just choose whatever pictures you think make you look good and friendly. The last thing you have to do is actually verify your email. So go onto your email, click on the verification link so you're able to meet people and make new friends and get paid for it. All 5 side hustles are now initially set up, with some being extremely passive and others having the potential for me to get disappeared from the face of this earth. Regardless, now we're gonna wait for a week and see how all of these progress. I'll see you in 1 week. It has been a week and we've had some very interesting developments. Let's start with the 11 Labs voice cloning side hustle. Julie got back to us with an excellent voiceover, which I'll play now.
The air is crisp, cool, carrying the scent of pine, damp earth.
Not bad at all. So we're gonna use this voice and put it on 11 Labs. Before I forget though, we're gonna have an expense counter for all the money that I've spent on this video, so you get a better idea of if this is actually worth your money or not. I don't wanna make it seem like I'm not spending any money or this is free, because literally it's not, unfortunately. And speaking of paying, I'll have to pay for the creator level subscription at 11 Labs. It is $11 for the first month, but then $22 for the month after that. No worries. I love you guys. After you're done paying, you can come to this instant voice clone option and drag and drop your voiceover. Here, I'm just gonna drop Julie's voiceover and see what the AI spits out. Perfect, it did accept the voiceover. We have to give it a name. I'm just gonna say Julie, classic American female voice. You'll also need to give this a description, so we'll utilize ChatGPT, my lover, to give this description for us. I'm just gonna say, I am uploading a female voice to 11 Labs, give me an SEO optimized description. And just like that, it's given us a lovely description we can use on 11labs.ai. Click save voice and bam boom, your voice has been uploaded to 11labs.ai. Congratulations, you're ready to start making money. The second big news is that our Foundry was actually accepted. Yes, we're ready to start selling fonts and be font millionaires. Similarly, like with 11 Labs, I reached out to a freelancer that makes fonts. His rates were decent, below $100, so I went ahead and bought the fonts. This is what it looks like. I mean, I didn't realize this, but I only got uppercase, but I did get numbers, decimals, and 42 other characters. I think this could be good for ads in particular. Companies looking to advertise on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, they utilize fonts like these for banners and posters, so that is going to be my niche. Now that we have our font, we have to officially upload it on Monotype. We're gonna go to the submission section and then submit a new font. We're gonna drag the font that the freelancer gave us, and it's gonna take some time to extract that font and see if the criteria for uploading a valid font is actually met. Awesome, it looks like the font was accepted. We have to accept the terms and conditions. For example, I will not sell fonts that are modified versions of other fonts, etc., etc. We're not going to plagiarize. I am the type designer. And we also need a description for our font that others can see and decide if they actually want to buy the font or not. Here, we're going to go to my lover, the love of my life, my wife, ChatGPT again, and prompt it for a description. I'm just gonna say, I am uploading a font to Monotype Foundry to sell. My font is called Echelon, and it is a minimalistic font. Give me an SEO optimized description for this. I'm also gonna highlight that this is good for use in videos, visuals, and presentations. Perfect, Echelon is a sleek, modern, and minimalistic font designed for videos, visuals, branding, and presentations. With its clean, blah, 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 I'm just gonna go ahead and paste all of this on Monotype. Once that is in, we need some tags to improve searchability. ChatGPT, my wife, is once again gonna give me all the tags that I need: minimalistic font, clean font, modern font, sleek font. We're gonna paste all of this on Monotype. I think having some usage-based tags is also good. For example, UX font, video font, so that people that are looking for some particular types of fonts can find our font on Monotype Foundry. I've probably said font a million times, but we are selling fonts. We are font millionaires. This is the most important part. We need 5 images showcasing our font, because that is how clients are going to know that this is actually a good font. It looks good on advertisements, and I want to use this. For this, I recommend Canva. It is a free tool. You will have to upload your font on Canva, which you can do at this brand kits section of the Canva software. Once your font is uploaded, you can then showcase it on any visuals that you want. As you can see, I've uploaded my font here, and I'm gonna use this in certain visuals that showcase advertisements, because I want advertisers to use this. All right, I like this advert, buy one, get one soft drink free, of this very generic looking burger. All we have to do now is put in our font. It's very simple. You select whatever fonts you want to change, and then you select your own font. My font's name is Echelon, so if I select all of these and select Echelon, bam, boom, we're done. All the fonts have now been changed to Echelon. I'm gonna go do this for the entirety of the text on this image and get back to you with the final result. We have buy one, get one. Today's special looks good. It looks prominent, it looks big, and it looks like the text actually goes well with this particular type of advertisement. I'm gonna go ahead and download that and come up with 4 other images. Once again, you can use any images you want. Just use images that target your particular niche. My niche is advertisers, and that is why I'm using adverts. The final step, of course, is submitting your application, which is what I'm gonna do now. Our application has been submitted officially. Congratulations, everybody. We're just gonna have to wait for them to review it, see if everything looks good, and if it looks good, we'll be able to start selling our fonts for $10. In terms of updates for the Adam.com side hustle of helping people with names for their websites and applications, I literally found no contest. There's only 3 contests on this website. I don't know when other contests are going to come in. I guess I'll have to just wait it out. Same for Rent a Friend. Nobody wants to be my friend. The same story is true for TossRabbit. I have my profile up, I have completed my background check, but unfortunately, I haven't gotten a single client so far, even though my price is relatively low. I guess people prefer other taskers with reviews already, so I might have to price even lower than $20 an hour. I'm gonna try doing that, let all of these brew, and get back to you with the final result. It's been 1 month, exactly 30 days since I started all of these 5 side hustles. How much money did I end up making? Let's start with the first side hustle, voice cloning through 11 Labs. Unfortunately, I found out that just using a voice clone is not enough. You need to use a professional voice clone. This is a voice clone that requires you to submit 30 minutes of voiceover. I would not have a problem with that. I could pay Julie or some other freelancer and they would do that for me. The only problem is that it requires you to verify your voice, and this would fail. It requires you to say some sentences live at that very moment. So you really cannot use somebody else's voice, it has to be your own. If you're willing to use your voice, you can go ahead and upload that and make a voice clone, and it makes sense. I don't think you should be using someone else's voice. This was just an experiment and I was gonna pay them anyways. It makes sense why they're doing this. I would actually like to try this out as a follow-up and see if it works or not. Adam.com, or helping people with website and application names, also flop, primarily because there's not enough website or applications that need naming. I monitored this site almost every day and found no new contests. Well, I found 1 new contest, but even that was filled with applicants immediately after it got filed. And the second and bigger problem is that you actually need a domain in the first place to enter a contest. For example, if I am setting up a store selling mobile phones, you need to purchase the mobile.ai domain in order for you to enter that. You cannot just say mobile.ai is a good name and not have that domain. So you have to spend hundreds and potentially thousands of dollars up front for good names. Even if you do that, there's no guarantee that the person's gonna like it. Personally, I'm I'm not creative enough to risk that, and neither do I have $1,000, so that one also failed. The third side hustle was the font side hustle on monotype.com, and this is where I actually was anticipating some success. Our fonts were good, our application was good, we got approved for our foundry, but the problem is I never got my font approved. It got rejected actually, and primarily because they said that this is a very similar name to another font that some other foundry is selling. So we'll need to go ahead and change the name. I'm gonna continue this, I'm gonna change the name, re-upload the font, re-upload the images, because they actually did say it's very nice. And they highlighted a particular reason. There's actual humans behind this foundry support team, which gives me some hope. So I'm gonna continue this, but for this month, it didn't work. The fourth side hustle, or standing in line on TaskRabbit, also did not work. Surprisingly, or unsurprisingly, people prefer taskers with reviews already. This is already a niche market, but I can't see people getting jobs for this. People are getting personal assistant jobs on TaskRabbit. Maybe I need to change my profile description to be a personal assistant generally. The last side hustle, rentafriend.com. You would think with my good looks, excellent personality, funny jokes, and bubbly nature, people would want to be my friends and there would be a line out the door. Unfortunately, I got 0 requests. Bottom line, 5 niche, untapped, unconventional side hustles tried, $0 made, actually nearly $100 lost. But that is okay, that is the nature of making money online. Some things work and some things don't. I'm actually glad I tried out these 5 things. I found out what I liked, which is the foundry angle. The rest of the stuff, maybe not so much. And making money online is a hit or miss anyways. We try this out every single week on this channel. We found things that work and things that absolutely flop. If I didn't try them though, I wouldn't be making $1,000 every single month trying things that actually work. If you're interested in making money online, finding honest ways to build wealth, do not forget to subscribe and smash the like button. That is all I ask. I have nothing to sell you. I have no course, no mentorship program. It's literally a guy trying to make some money online and document the process. I'll see you next week.